Well, hey YouTube, this is my first video on YouTube. I just want to do a quick little story time. Let's see, where do I start? I'm 35, and a week ago I found out that I have another father. I went on Ancestry DNA 2014 to do a ancestry heritage search. I was just on there to look at my racial makeup, to figure out where does my nose come from, my skin color, my hair texture, because my entire life when I was growing up, I didn't feel like I looked like anybody on my mom's side or my dad's side. What I didn't know was I had a whole nother father. So how it started was I woke up on a Monday morning and I had an email say, okay, another email from Ancestry, another fourth relative, another third relative. I click on it, boom, I see it says parent child. I'm like, and then it's like the whole world stopped and I just stood there. I was just like, what? I'm like, nah, this is a mistake. Like, I know they're not known for accidents and all this kind of stuff, but I think in my case, this email was meant for someone else. So I'm just flabbergasted, just sitting there confused as hell, like what the hell. And so then I click on the email and I read it, and it says, "Hi, Miss Morris. According to Ancestry, it says that I'm your parent, and I really would like to talk to you." I'm like, "You want to excuse me, run it back?" And so instantly I respond, and my first thought is like, oh hell no. Like, excuse me, I know who my parents are. Like, sir, I'm sorry, but I think this is an error. So I'm in denial, like hardcore denial for a whole, like, just I can't believe it. And so, but in my heart is like, hold on, let me ask my mom's a few questions. So I say, hold on. I call my mom, say, hey mom, this dude is on Ancestry DNA, and Ancestry said that he's my biological father. We got some talking to do. Like, mom, you and I, we talk about everything. We close, so you never even brought this up. You never even said anything about I could have another father. So I'm confused. And then she tells me, like, yeah, I know him from high school. So this is 35 years ago. And she's like, yeah, I remember him from high school, da 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 da. And I'm like, oh my God, so you know this person? And then I'm like, Mom, Ancestry is saying I have another parent, that he's my father. And she's like, yeah, girl. She just instantly agrees. And it was like, yeah, he's your dad. And I can't believe it. Wow, I never even thought of that, because I assumed that your dad, the man she married and loved, is your father. Everybody did my whole life. They'll say, you look just like him, because we're the same skin color and stuff. So, and I have larger lips and he has larger lips. So, they like, yeah, he looks just like you. That's your dad. But my mom was a kid. She was like a junior in high school. So in her head, like, she really, really, really thought that was my real father. So I'm 35, flabbergasted, and I'm just learning about this truth. And it's so weird. It's so confusing. But to make a long story short, I call back my dad. I say, okay, who are you? Da da da. He starts talking to me, and he sounds so much like me. He has my same personality, traits, intellect. He was super kind, respectful, and it made me want to get to know him, because me and the man who raised me, my dad, haven't been close emotionally, because for whatever reason. So, I've been like trying the last 3 years to get closer to him and trying to get him to open up because, you know, you're supposed to express your emotions and be human and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, I love you, da 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 da. And the things that happened in the past, I'm trying to move on. I got to know Jesus and I got a relationship with God and all that stuff. So I'm like, you know, I'm tired of hating people. I want to move forward. So we just got so close, and you know, closer and closer and closer. And you know, I was hanging out every weekend and like, hey dad, just coming over, blah blah blah, just talking to him, talking about my trips. I went to New York and all that kind of stuff. So it was so weird. I'm like, why would this happen right when I'm getting closer to my dad? And I've always wanted to be closer. So I guess the Lord was like, I need you to know the truth, because as soon as I found out and I started like talking, I was like, yeah, so I'm a lot like this man. Like I have a lot of attributes that he got, and I inherited it from him. His personality, his lips, his nose. So it made me feel like I was okay, and that I wasn't abnormal, I wasn't weird, that I wasn't strange. When I look at him and when I talk to him, I see myself. And my entire life, I tried to see myself and my family, but I couldn't. Now I know why. So I love my mom's bloodline and my dad's relatives and stuff, but I never felt the closeness that I feel with my blood relatives that I feel now. So it's extremely a blessing. And I felt weird growing up because I inherited this other racial stuff, because my grandmother, my dad's mother is like 25% European. So I'm like, so I'm getting teased growing up, and they like, white girl, and you ain't black enough and all this different stuff. And I'm growing up and all my friends and stuff are mainly mixed girls, because I kept getting rejected and stuff, because they like, you're not black enough. So I'm like, what are you talking about? My parents are black, blah blah. And I'm spending all this strength trying to convince everybody, you know, I'm black enough. What do you mean? And I'm changing the way I speak. I'm changing my personality. I'm changing how I dress. I'm doing all this stuff to win toxic friends. It shouldn't matter if I was half black or not. It's my character. So I had to learn that the hard way. Like, your friends are the ones who love you and support you and embrace you and care about you, not the ones who are trying to change you and tell you stupid crap, you know. So I had to learn the hard way. So now I'm like, okay, so I got Asian in my ancestry. I'm European, and I'm African, and all this African stuff that I've been doing is Nigerian stuff, the music I listen to, how I dance, and all these different things that I was into. It was because it was in my blood. And so, like, my entire life, nobody told me, hey, you have another father. But my spirit and my heart was always like, why am I not like I'm not like everyone else? And it always made me feel like I wasn't in a group, and I spent a lot of time trying to be in a group. So I'm just very, very happy that like all of that is laid to rest. Like, I've looked at my dad, I looked at his mother, I looked at my relatives and stuff, and I got their nose, I got their lips, and their skin color, and there's a lot of race mixing on his side. So it's like all that stuff that I thought was actually true. So moral of the story is that sometimes you find out stuff that's absolutely shocking, and you may not be ready for it, but when it's time to learn the truth, it's going to come out. But I thank God that it was a pleasant way. It was hard at first, but as is improving every day. So I just wanted to do a quick little story time and just let everyone know here on YouTube that I have another family, and I love my new family and my family that I grew up with. But now I don't care about the whole well, that's why you act weird comments, the little snooty little remarks, because now I understand. Oh, okay, I inherited this other side, so it makes sense now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, whatever. Like, anyway, I got new aunties, new cousins, a new uncle, new uncles. I have more than one, but so things are improving. They're getting better. I yeah, some days I'll wake up like emotionally guilty, like I feel bad, I shouldn't have went on there, like and like, but I have to like put how I feel first, because how I feel is like I needed to know this. And like I prayed my whole life. As a child, I used to be like, my dad was let's be real, he was very mean growing up. So I used to just be like, I wish I had another father, and I wish he'd come back and get me. And I was saying this stuff out of hurt and out of anger. But the truth is, I do have another father. and he had his own journey. He had to grow, and he went to the Navy, and I was in the Navy. So we had a lot in common. I'm like, hold on. And he's tough, but he's also strong. And he's tall, like very tall. And I'm like, I feel like he would do anything to protect me. Like, I wasn't used to that because I'm like the older child and everyone else is younger than me. So I'm like, I got to be the one to help everybody else. I got to be the one to help my mom, and I got to be the one to be emotionally strong. So I'm the leader. So now I'm going through this. It's like I need somebody to lean on. So I'm very grateful that I have that now. I have a whole lot of support, and everybody is happy for me almost. So I just came on here to share my story, and whoever on here that you just found out the truth, I feel you. Like, I feel you. I see you. I feel you. Like, it's tough. It's very tough, but you are going to be okay. So nothing but love, peace, blessings, chicken wings, collard greens, and all that good stuff. See you later. Bye.